Inside Out is a lush, slow burning statement from Atlanta based artist producer Flower Child. Rooted in neo soul and future funk, the album feels mellow, romantic, and a little hazy around the edges. Rather than chasing big hooks or club ready peaks, Flower Child leads into mood and texture, building songs that unfold patiently and reward close listening. Across the project, you can hear inspirations from artists like Erica Badu, Kitranada, uh, all this early 2000s R&B stuff. What was going? What's his name? I'm sorry, D'Angelo. Of course, we just featured D'Angelo in the previous video, and um, it's it's all rooted in that because that's his history. Because he's a music theorist, right? He is like a musician's musician, right? Um, but it's all in Flower Child's unique palette. He mixes it all up into his own gumbo. There's warm synths, rubbery bass lines, drums that sit comfortably in the pocket without ever feeling stiff. The production is the album's biggest strength. He's a producer. This is his thing. This is what he leans into, and that's of course going to take center stage. Every track is built around rich, layered instrumentation. Drums are soft, but they can still be punchy, giving the songs a laid back groove. Bass lines are melodic, often carrying the emotional movement of the song. Synths and keys provide a hazy analog warmth that makes the whole album feel cohesive. It feels lived in. There is a clear emphasis on space and restraint on this project. Instead of filling every corner of the mix, Flower Child leaves moments to breathe, letting reverb tails, um, background vocals, and small percussive details shine, letting them linger. The mixing is clean, but not sterile, preserving a sense of intimacy like you are in the room with the band, like you're part of it all. The vocals, whether if it's Flower Child's or one of the features, and it's 90% features. Let me see here. So the first track, "Pure Temptation," is only credited. Flower Child's only credited. Got the interlude, about a minute 39-second song, um, and the two at the end here. Um, so it's all features, but regardless, um, the vocals are treated as part of the texture, usually sitting tucked into the mix, not on top of it. After all, he is a producer. So that's what he's going to lean into. That's what the project is going to lean into. I was listening to an interview and they asked if he would ever put out an instrumental album, right? Um, and he hasn't done that yet. Um, but he's saying that he's considering it. He's thinking about it. Uh, I, of course, we featured it here before. We do lo-fi albums, we do ambient sound albums here. We do pure. We done. I've done meditation albums on this channel because I for one appreciate that, and I'm talking about full albums again, right? I can appreciate um, a full instrumental album by Flower Child. That I think that would be dope personally, but he hasn't done it yet, and he hasn't done it because he feels like he was still doing a lot of learning at that phase of his career. But right now, man, he is established. Is an established artist. He's been doing this for a number of years. He knows his sound, and I think definitely he can put something like that together, and it would he can carry an entire album on his own without any features. The tracks that I think would be best to jump right into, like, "Pure Temptation" is the first track on the album, and it's a dope way to start the project because of his jazz fusion instrumental neo soul mix. It's a lot going on here. A little bit of alt rock at some points, right? But "Pure Temptation" introduces you to like, here's the buffet you're gonna be stepping into, and this is a great intro song. It's not a song in and of itself that you would probably play. It wouldn't be on anybody's playlist. But if you do a full project or if you're doing an album, you would put the song in here because it would be kind of like a prologue to a book, for example, right? It fits perfectly. It gives you a small taste of what's to follow. Bittersweet is actually the first song I would say on this thing, and this one was put out as the standout single for the project. It's one of the more immediately catchy songs that you're gonna find on this thing. It's built around a memorable hook and these winding, this winding like bass line that is it practically carries the track by itself. It reminds me a lot of internet but like early internet, like Ego Death. Reminds me a lot of Ego Death. That project was what was that project? That project was come on now, 2015. That project was 2015. You get a lot of vibes of that, and like I said, gets his inspiration from from these earlier projects from other folks, but he still has his own unique sound that is very distinctive. Inside Out is one of these tracks that you would probably it's a slow burn. It's a little bit slowed down. It's a little bit different tempo than the rest of the project. It's more romantic. It's one of these late night tracks that you might listen to if you're, I don't know, you're by yourself or you got a late night drive. It's the drums are airy, even the vocals are airy. It is and he actually shows off his vocal ability on this joint, which is which I'm not completely sure about because where's this? What was it? The Inside Out, right? Because there's some ad libs that's happening on there that are like, oh, is this him singing on the ad libs? That boy could sing. The ad libs are nice on this. That boy could sing, but I don't know if it's him. But he's the only one that's credited on this thing. So so I guess that's him. But shout out to him because he doesn't really like. I mean, I don't know if he said. I can't recall if he said he doesn't like to sing like that, but he is solely focused on the music making part, like his big focus. When he's turned down opportunities to sing on tracks and on even on his own projects because he'd rather be part of the like I said, like this guy's a musician's musician. His father's a music director. You know what I mean? I don't know what school he's teaching at, but like he does marching band and all that stuff, jazz band and everything. So his dad really got him into the music thing, music maker thing, and like he studies music theory. And I'm talking about like the bones and the DNA of this stuff. So he is really focused on that the production side. But man, that track Inside Out, he might got some other hidden talents here. I don't know if he might want to tap into a little bit more often, but the lyrics go, I'm feeling pressure, a vice that keeps inviting me. Not desperate, I'd like to take my time with things. Can't rush this. I want to learn you in and out. I'm focused. You're for me without a doubt. Slow, slow, slow burn. I really want to get to know you inside out. You can't buy love, but girl, I'm sold. You're damn near perfect. If portrait of a lady was a person, um, patchouli rose, raspberries, your essence, epitome of beauty, ain't no question. Them lyrics is just that romantic stuff. Them lyrics is like that's the spitting that game, that fire. That's like melt your heart type stuff. So shout out to I mean it's neo soul, so you mean you're gonna have to have the lyrics to match if you're gonna venture into them waters, right? Across these songs, the through line is consistency. No track feels like filler, and each one contributes another shade to the same dreamy, soulful atmosphere that Flower Child is creating on this thing. Inside Out is less about big moments and more about a sustained feeling. It's the vibes, as the kids say. It is the kind of album that works perfectly uh, for listening front to back. You could be at work, you could be driving. If you need it to be background music, again, the lyrics and the vocals aren't really highlighted like that, so you can just kind of melt into it. Put it on at the end of a long day, and let it settle your soul down, settle your energy back down to like just kick it. You know what I'm saying? Flower Child proves to be a thoughtful producer and curator of sound in general, prioritizing the warmth and the groove and mood over any flash. You're not really going to get a lot of that here. It's going to be consistent throughout. If you are into neo soul, um, or groove oriented production, this album lands as a deeply satisfying listen. It's subtle, it's cohesive, and it's something that's going to be replayable 5 to 6 years from now.